In today's news, 35-year-old Corey Butler, identified as Tuesday's murder victim, Fahie files motion to have deadlines extended, technical difficulties to blame, and Kamika Forbes takes the helm as the new president of the Lions Club of Tortola. And we also see Premier Wheatley welcoming support from C24 in the United Kingdom and the Caribbean region. And the BVI Health Services Authority is now in possession of a fully functional medical field hospital. Well, viewers, we get to those stories when 284 News returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talk about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Well, welcome everyone. It's Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. I'm Kamal Haynes, coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. I want to thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Well, we start today's newscast on a sad note with an update from yesterday evening's deadly shooting, where the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has identified Tuesday's murder victim as 35-year-old Lambert Estate resident. Well, he is Corey Butler, who, according to police, was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital with an apparent gunshot wound to the body. Well, police say they are continuing the inquiries into the matter and are asking persons with information or eyewitnesses to contact the major crime team at 368-5682 or the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force's Intelligence Unit at 368-9339. They have given assurance that all information will be held in the strictest of confidence. Well, moving on, viewers, where former Premier Andrew Fahie has filed a motion in the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, to have his upcoming deadlines for filings extended. But the motion was filed by his attorney, Theresa Van Vliet, who cited continuous technical difficulties by the United States government as the main reason for the motion. Well, Van Vliet said that the technical difficulties have prevented Fahie from being able to access discovery materials that are needed for his upcoming trial. Well, she outlined the issues in her motion, which was filed on Monday, June 20th, ahead of the deadline for the filing for pretrial motions, which is set for today, June 22nd. While it said, and I quote, "The government's production was received on Friday, June 17, 2022. Since then, efforts have been continuously underway to download and copy the discovery materials so that Mr. Fahie may review the discovery. But that process is incomplete owing to technical difficulties in downloading a certain file of data that purports to contain extracts of phones and computers. The undersigned has contacted government counsel regarding the technical issue, but has not yet received a response," end quote. Van Vliet also said that her team is unable to file any anticipated request for a continuance of the currently set trial date for Fahie's case until there is access to the discovery. She hinted that there may be a need for additional time, which will be dependent upon the time and date that the discovery files are made available. But the document continued, "In light of the foregoing, Mr. Fahie requests that all currently set deadlines be stayed until 14 days from the day he is able to gain access to the government's production in order to afford reasonable time to propose a pretrial schedule and trial setting," end quote. Well, viewers, according to the document, according to court documents, Fahie's trial date has been set for next month, the 18th of July, 2022. Well, viewers, up next, Kamika Forbes takes the helm as the new president of the Lions Club of Tortola. And Premier Wheatley welcomes support from C24, the United Kingdom, and the Caribbean region. Well, these and more stories when 284 News returns.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. Succumb.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
You value traditions.
Today,
You value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch at camp? You don't say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns. All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Well, welcome back, viewers. It was a night of epic celebrations as the Lions Club of Tortola welcomed its new board for the 2022 to 2023 Lionistic year, with President Kamika Forbes at the helm. Well, the board was sworn in at the club's annual installation dinner ceremony at 7 at the Pure Restaurant, with the appointments taking effect from July 1st, 2022. Well, she succeeds Kevin Fahie, Melvin Jones Fellow, who is the Melvin Jones Fellow. Well, some of the new Lions Club Board of Directors for 2022 to 2023 include Forbes, who's the president, Kevin Fahie, MJF, as immediate past president, Daffodil Sampson, MJF, first vice president, Amarel Newton, second vice president and first-year director, Carleen Romney, third vice president, Annetta Williams, MJF, secretary, Vivette Adams, treasurer, Nadia James, MJF, Tail Twister, Simon Potter, MJF, that's Tamer, and Sosha Burner, first-year director. We also saw Linda Sills, who is a service chairperson, and Marvin Grant, who is the PCC and second-year director, Wynette Lawrence, service director, and Faith Dawson, who is the membership chairperson. Well, during the ceremony, Sampson, Stevens, and James were each bestowed with a Melvin Jones Fellow Award in recognition of their humanitarian work, while incoming First Vice President Sampson was also honored as Lion of the Year 2021 to 2022 for her outstanding contributions to creating a positive and lasting impact on the BVI community. While outgoing President Kevin Fahie, in his remarks, reflected on the work of the club under the team, impacting communities with kindness, one life at a time. He expressed his thanks to the outgoing board and the club. Listen in.
I am proud and truly honored to have been given the opportunity to serve as your president for the last year, 2021-2022. It has been an interesting and rewarding experience. This is a club of individuals with great energy who desire nothing more than to serve and help to create a better life for those in need within the various communities of the Virgin Islands.
While the incoming president, Kamika Forbes, shared her goals and vision for the club for the year ahead.
Lions, I am proud to witness the embodiment of our infamous "where there is a need, there is a lion" in the way that lions interact with the world around them. My objectives for this year are simple and best expressed in the new theme chosen: Roar as we serve. Roar, reimagining our altruistic reach, which will be the focus of our upcoming year. But this year's theme also encourages us to remain true to our roots of service. The impact felt by the service of our club in our community is undeniably significant. This year, we must consider in the face of ever-evolving needs how best to adapt and reimagine the ways in which we serve to meet those needs. Opportunities for new signature projects present themselves almost daily.
In closing, she encouraged Lions to continue their excellent service and pledged to work together to build upon the club's current success. Well, moving on, viewers, where Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, has welcomed assistance from the United Kingdom and the Caribbean region in building the Virgin Islands into a model democracy. Where Premier Wheatley addressed the Committee of 24, also referred to as C24, at the United Nations on June 13th, and stated that his government of national unity is committed to changing the way the people's business is handled in this new era of democratic governance. Well, he said, and I quote, "Well, our goal is to transform the British Virgin Islands into a model democracy that has better systems, better processes, better delivery of public services, upgraded infrastructure, and an economy that delivers for all." He continued, "We are very pleased that we have the support of our international and regional partners for this noble endeavor. We are grateful for all the support as well as the pledges of technical assistance from the CARICOM and the OECS, the Caribbean territories, the University of the West Indies, and the United Kingdom. Well, this outpouring is very fitting because we are all a part of the Commonwealth family and must continue to support each other in building strong democracies at a time when we see that freedom is blatantly under attack," end quote. But the Premier said the territory's government and people are taking responsibility for reform and change, which is a sign of political maturity. He continued, and I quote, "We are under no illusion in the British Virgin Islands that change will be easy. However, my political colleagues and I firmly believe that reform will strengthen governance and make us a more self-determined as a territory because as people, we are taking responsibility for improving and fixing our institutions and systems of government. But this is a sign of greater political maturity," end quote. Well, the C24 is currently holding its June substantive session at the United Nations headquarters in New York from June 13th to 24th. Well, viewers, up next, the BVI Health Services Authority is now in possession of a fully functional medical field hospital. Well, we get to that story after a word from our sponsors.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI Love.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, the British Virgin Islands is now equipped with a fully functional mobile medical field hospital that can house up to 40 beds in the event of a major medical crisis or following the impact of a natural disaster. while I was there to provide an in-depth look at the new portable medical facility. Take a look. Well, good day, viewers. I'm here at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, where behind me, as you can see, is a field medical facility that has finally arrived in the territory. Well, according to the former Minister for Health, Honorable Carvin Malone, this facility was initially procured in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, it's finally here in the territory. I would have spoken to Mr. George Ortez, who is the representative of Western Shelter, who is the manufacturing company responsible for the facility. And I would have also spoken to Mr. Ronnie Brathwaite, who is the Disaster Preparedness Coordinator at the BVI Health Services Authority, who would have gave more insight into the facility. Take a look. The medical field hospital was assembled last week after its recent arrival in the territory. It was described by the Disaster Preparedness Coordinator of the BVI Health Services Authority, Mr. Ronnie Brathwaite, as a facility that is self-sufficient with the capabilities of operating on its external generator for up to 2 full days. Brathwaite said the next goal of the BVI Health Services Authority is to liaise with the Pan American Health Organization to have the facility certified as a Level 1 facility, which will authorize the facilitation of more procedures. He said the ultimate goal is to get the facility certified to Level 3, which will allow for the accommodation of minor surgeries.
Yeah, once the emergency situation, we are not looking to put any particular aspect, but once we have a surge of casualties or there's a disaster, we can just do triage in here. If we had to house patients for a while, depending on what was going on, we can do that as well. But it's very versatile, so it's not like we're going to say the emergency room is going to come here or med-surg is going to come here. It's based on what is going on in the hospital at the time and the demand in the community at the time. So we can use it to triage, we can use it to house patients, but just depending on what is going on. So not a particular unit per se.
Okay, so in the meantime, this facility wouldn't be put in use at the present moment?
No. Not at this time. There's no real need for it at this time. But if something should happen, hopefully not, in the hurricane season, should something happen, or even if we had any other major disasters, we will erect it and put it into use. So at this moment, I would say no. That's off the day.
Well, following our conversation, Mr. Brathwaite took the crew on a tour of the facility. Take a look.
So as you can see, this is your AC vents here. You have your lighting system over there. Each tent is fully lit and AC. So this is just a connection corridor here. Watch your step. This is your admin station where you will have your nurses and doctors, so they can be stationed in here in between these centers. So they have their own staging point.
So each room has, each 10-room facility has a nursing station?
No, there's one central nursing station. Oh. But we still have the capacity to put a next nursing station on if we had to.
Oh, okay.
This center comes equipped with 2 hygiene centers, what we call hygiene centers, basically toilet, bath, and sink. And as you can see right ahead, this is where the toilet is and the bath. The water comes in from a pump outside, which I'll show you a little later. Comes into here, and then it goes back out. The gray water is collected outside in its own bladder. The toilet facility comes with a chemical that would treat the sewage, and then we can just discard of it as we choose to.
Okay, more like a porta potty.
Yes, but it's not liquid anymore. It's solidifies it, and it treats it and everything. Takes all anything infectious out of it. Oh. So it comes with that from the company. There are 4 more sinks throughout the facility, at various points in the facility, that the nurses and anybody can wash their hands.
What's this?
This is your thermostat to control the AC. It has, remember, the center has about 6 ACs connected to it and its own electrical system. So the beautiful thing about this center is that we can deploy it and don't have to worry about utilities. It comes with generator, AC, and its own water supply. And the bath is hot and cold as well. You have a heater on the outside.
I also spoke to the representative of Western Shelter Company, Mr. George Ortiz, which is the company responsible for manufacturing and procuring the facility. He described the facility as being extremely durable and spoke about the training exercises which were part of the overall package.
So the metal structure on this facility, it's aluminum, aircraft aluminum, so it's rust-free. The vinyls on the outside, it has an insulation vinyl, it has a regular vinyl. Those vinyls are fire retardant, so it creates more durability. As to the floor is concerned, underneath this vinyl floor, we have a hard floor, a hard plastic floor, which is going to protect the vinyl floor from getting ripped or misused in the future. So that's as far as what the structure is all about. As far as durability, as long as the system is kept on storage dry, it could last years and years. You can set this equipment up and have it in use for a year or two in constant use, and you're still not going to have any problem. One of the biggest benefits to this type of structure is that if anything were to happen to any of the wall panels, the floor, the roof, or any of the bars, the aluminum bars, anything can be replaced as a one piece. You don't have to replace the entire shelter. You don't have to replace the entire tent. You can only replace the floor. You can only replace one of the bars. So there's no need to replace an entire facility if something were to happen to any of the components on the shelter.
And as I was informed by Mr. Brathwaite, you're also here to train local staff to have them be able to assemble and disassemble the tent on their own and be able to know how to operate certain aspects of the tent. Speak about that training as well.
So for the past 2 days, what we did is we taught a group of about 12 to 15 guys on how to assemble the shelter, but not only how to assemble the shelter, how to take care of it, how to work on the generator, how to work with the HVAC system, and how to work with every single part of it so they have complete knowledge on how to do it the next time. Again, today, which is going to be the third day, we're going to disassemble everything and put it back in storage. So it's a training that takes the entire process from A to Z on how to use the equipment fully for the next operation.
Well, also present at the compound was the Department of Disaster Management Community Relations Officer, Mr. Cecil Jeffrey. He spoke about the benefits of having such a facility in the territory and how it will positively assist the sister islands when in need.
For us, this is a definite plus, and especially if we have to do, after the event, if we have, especially for the sister islands, our biggest thing is that you could do separation of this, send separate units to different islands to accommodate or complement their room capacities if there's any emergency. So this is a definite plus. The major setup that you see here, again, it works. This is something I think we've been looking at for a while in trying to have it set up just to complement what we already have in the sister islands. You look at maybe Just Van Dyke, who just has a small clinic, but this could come as a good complement to assist them in the event of any major emergency, whether it be a boating incident or just even after the passage of a hurricane. So this is a definite plus for us, and I think it'll work good for the territory.
And great, and as you said, you just touched on something very important, the role it will play in assisting the sister islands, considering that, usually in disasters, those are the islands that are put at a way disadvantage. Has there been plans that are presently rolled out for such?
Not entirely in terms of the full rollout, but most of the islands have contingency plans, and this is something that would already been in the contingency plans. It's just a matter of now we've actually procured, or the facilities already in a way. So it's just a matter of the guys having the training in the setting up, dismantling of the equipment. So once the need is there, it'll be easy to get it down or get it put together, sent over, even if it's just a section, to any of the sister islands. And with the sections that are here, you could set apart to each of the sister islands just to help complement what's needed. You look at something like maybe Lobster Fest on Anigara. The clinic is very small, so you're looking at something like this that could go over, set up, and be complemented. So it's a definite plus.
Well, also present was the former Minister for Health, Honorable Carvin Malone, who played a pivotal role in getting the facility here in the BVI.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that give a thanks to the Finance Department for making the funding available for this, because during the height of the crisis, we had a number of persons who were admitted to the main facility, and there was overwhelming in terms of spacing, because whether it was the emergency room, the special unit that we had set up for the COVID patients, and it was basically bursting at its seam. If you remember, what we did was that we repurposed the multipurpose gym, and we created a field hospital because we needed the extra space, the extra room, in order for to get this done. So it showed quite a need in terms of having such a facility as this. So Mr. Rodney Brathwaite, he is the disaster preparedness coordinator. he introduced this actual technology to us, and we grasped it. We actually were able to secure the funding for a 40-bed medical facility, and we were able then to place the order, but it was done in the height of the pandemic. So the actual distribution chain was interrupted, the manufacturing chain was interrupted. So it took a little bit longer than we have. But what is the special feature of this is that this could be purposed for natural disasters, for medical disasters, and all of the other pending perils that we have. We've learned from the manufacturer that these were granted to a number of island nations. We had to secure the funding ourselves because we didn't apply for the grant, and I think that we have an opportunity to look in terms of where we can get grants for medical facilities. We cannot do it all alone. But this was very much required. We're in the heart of hurricane season again, and we have to make sure that we are prepared for all eventualities.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, viewers, for those of you who are interested in continuing to see that story, the full tour is available on our 284 Media Facebook page. You can basically log in and watch that full, it's approximately 20 minutes or so, where you can see full details about the facility, its capacity, what it can hold, what it cannot hold, and how capable it is in terms of being mobile. Well, viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Yo, everything good, Dad? Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talk about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
You value traditions.
Today.
You value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed.
Yo, everything good, Dad? Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talk about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.